Hello, hello. You're listening to the Goggler Podcast. Ian Bahir and Uma with you. Up next, we're going to be talking about Promising Young Woman. This is about 18 months old now, the film, because I think it premiered in Sundance in January of 2020. But we're finally getting it in Malaysian cinemas, and God knows we never thought we would. Not just because of the content, but also just because of the type of indie film that it is. It's very rare that these things come in. The story is that Carey Mulligan plays Cassie or Cassandra. She's a medical school dropout who is a coffee barista by day, and by night
vigilante.
Yeah, I was waiting for some of the I'm drunk, sexy Batman.
Yeah, so she pretends to be drunk, goes to bars.
She appears inebriated until someone comes over and says, oh, hey, I'll take her home. She looks like she's in a bad way.
And once they take her back to their place and attempt to have their wicked way with her, she gives them, well, a stern warning that hopefully will make them change their ways. Now, I have to say, I wasn't expecting a stern warning. I was expecting violence.
Or, even going the wrong way, that, turning on some of these nice guys, at times you're feeling that maybe it feels like a disservice for it to go so easy for her in a way where she just gives them a talking and then leaves.
I was reading an interview with Fennell, and I think she doesn't explain why she did that, but she kind of gives you a hint at it. And she said that she wanted to make something that was different from the typical male revenge fantasy and try and root it in more of a female perspective. Because I think we've seen those already. We've seen I think Jennifer Garner's made a movie like that, lose your family and then go out on a killing spree. I mean, and those things are essentially the remakes of every Liam Neeson action movie, right?
Or Death Wish. It's Death Wish all over again.
And I think I appreciated the fact that this one was different. I liked when the shoe drops as to exactly what it is she's doing. I think it made her a more sympathetic character as well.
The guys they cast as well as the nice guys are fantastic.
Yeah. I was going to say, it puts you, the audience, in the movie as well because it's not the typical jerk at the bar.
Yeah.
And Carey Mulligan as well. I thought she nailed it. Like, she was very, very good in this role. Like, her transition between, like, in the moments when she's with Bo Burnham to the drunken bar moments to when she's at some random dude's house. When her smile slowly unfurls at the beginning of this movie, it is amazing.
It takes a lot of acting talent to look this disaffected and detached and make it interesting.
Emerald Fennell and this is the first time they're working together, Carey Mulligan. In my review, I was just talking about how they have that Saoirse Ronan, Greta Gerwig type of chemistry going on. And watching this, I was like, wow, it feels like it was perfectly channeled. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. It deserves all of the recognition it's got. Yeah, check out Promising Young Woman. We cannot recommend it highly enough. It's actually playing in Malaysian cinemas, so go see it right now. You can get in touch with us on all of our social media feeds. That's GogglerMY, podcast@goggler.my to email us. Don't forget to rate this podcast on all your favorite podcast apps. It'll really help us out. You've been listening to the Goggler Podcast.